music for musicians, like Jacob Collier. Musicians think he's cool, but I think it sounds straight. Yeah, I think he's really cool. People say he's overrated. I think the things that he can do is really cool. I guess that's a good example. Yeah. It also sounds not bad. I wouldn't, in terms of pure aesthetic judgment, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it sounds good. But intellectually, it is amazing. The things that he is able to do. So yeah, that's a good example, Esme. Scriabin, challenging me to listen to. I guess, but it also changes over time, because if you're talking about like a general public's musical taste, that changes over time. Like Scriabin would have been considered too challenging at the time, but then afterwards people are like, oh, that's his master. It's good music. It sounds good as well. Even back then, Tchaikovsky was considered a bit shit because it's too difficult or like too complex, and that's just how it is. Like that's why composers, at least the composers that we still hear about now, they were the pioneers because they tried something new. They were ahead of the time, and then now, from the perspective of the future, it sounds amazing. But back then, they might not have sounded amazing. Or perhaps like Mozart at the time, he was pop music. so that changes over time. But for a creator anyway, what really matters is when I hear something, what I feel about it and why. And Stravinsky, yeah, Stravinsky is the best example probably. People fucking hated his music at the time, and that changes very quickly. But now it's a different era because, for one, music has been sort of siloed, or it has been fully segregated into like the art music, you know, and also pop music. There is a lot of gray area between them for sure. There is people doing interesting things in like a pop-esque style that is still innovative. I mean, there are people like making interesting sounds on their computer instruments. There's some people doing like theoretically interesting things with like on the pop medium. But like by and large, music has since the early 20th century, music has been segregated into like, you know, the high art music and like the stuff that normal people listen to. And so that also means that I suppose there's less of the kind of mass rejection of like an innovative piece of music like Stravinsky had. That would be Viva. No, Viva would be French, but Viva would be like Spanish, Italian. Expectations change and people get used to things and learn to enjoy them. Yeah. And people don't have to learn to enjoy them. I think, I mean, obviously, if in this day and age, at least in the UK new music market, if you want to be successful, it would help if you write music in a style that lots of people like, I think. But at the same time, there are some things that people also enjoy exploring. I suppose like more of that would be, let's say, in academia or so. Like if you go to the proms, that is predominantly music in styles that are that I wouldn't say cater to, because you know it's a style of the composer, but like in styles that the proms audience would like. That makes sense. Yeah, so it's I think siloing is a good way to put it. You know when like people say TV is siloed, as in like people just watch what they want to watch. Like we all used to watch the same stuff on TV, but now we just watch whatever show is interesting to us on Netflix. It's kind of the same with music as well, right? If you like the proms kind of music, you go to the proms. If you like wacky music, you go to Huddersfield, like I do. I don't really like it, but I like to challenge myself. It's like how I like to go to contemporary art museums. I like to go to contemporary music festivals, jazz music. It's because I don't understand them, and I'm like, that challenges me, and that's what I want from my art experience. Weren't some pieces written for harpsichord? Yeah. There are some pretty cool ones. I mean, my colleague has written one that's really amazing and cool. Do you have any interest in microtonal? It potentially, but I don't like. So there's okay. So microtonal, first of all, microtonality is when we have more notes between the notes that we have. Let's say now we have sorry, my bad. Microtonal would be smaller than that, like something along those lines. But there are two main ways of looking at microtonality. Some composers use microtonality as like a DLC, like an addition to the existing tonal framework, which I have done. I've done that in my music as well. I've used some microtonal notes. Whereas another way, which is what one of my our staff members does, which is to completely do away with the existing harmonic system and use, let's say, this new musical space, this new like tonal space as its own things, and develop a new set of harmony within that, within those like extra notes. I don't really like that personally. I've looked into. If you remember from earlier, I said I proposed a different PhD project than the one I eventually did, and that one was heavily based on a harmonic theoretical framework that draws on the Cantonese language. So that takes different forms. One of them is building like a harmonic system based on the frequency of tone pairs. Let's say. I haven't actually done the work, but like, let's say, for example, in Cantonese, if da da is the most common tone pair, we could use that as like the most stable interval, the most stable sounds in like a new harmonic system, and then we can build something up from that. Another one, so that might potentially involve some microtones. And another way I would have looked at it is how to imitate the different sounds within the language using music. So, for example, like the overtones, as I said earlier, how to add overtones, or in order to use this music to imitate the sound of something else, such as another instrument or someone speaking. So I haven't done it, but I still have those ideas in mind, which may or may not in the future involve microtones. Jenna Eros, I don't know this person. I will look that up. Thank you for the recommendation.